You've been feeling tired for a while now. But if you're honest, this doesn't feel like normal tiredness. It's not just your body. It's something deeper. Because even when you rest, even when you take a break, even when you try to switch off, it doesn't fully go away. There's someone, let's call him Daniel. He's sitting in his car, engine still running. Just outside his house. He's been there for a few minutes now. Not scrolling, not calling anyone. Just sitting. He knows he should go inside. There's nothing physically stopping him. But something in him. Doesn't want to move. Not because something is wrong. But because something doesn't feel right. And he can't fully explain it. So he doesn't try. He just calls it tiredness. And this is where it starts. Not with a breakdown. Not with something obvious. But with moments like this. Small pauses. Where something feels slightly off. But gets pushed aside. Because there's always something else to do. Something practical. Something expected. So he goes inside. And life continues. It shows up at work. He does what he's supposed to do. Meets expectations. Says the right things. But there are moments where he feels slightly disconnected. Like he's present, but not fully there. It shows up in conversations, where he responds, but doesn't say what he actually thinks. It shows up in decisions, where he chooses what makes sense, instead of what feels right. And none of this feels wrong enough to stop. So he keeps going. And over time, that quiet feeling doesn't disappear. It just gets buried. Until one day, it shows up as exhaustion. Not because he's doing too much, but because he's carrying something. That doesn't fully belong to him. And this is the part most people miss. You don't suddenly wake up living a life that isn't fully yours. You grow into it. A decision that made sense at the time. An opportunity you didn't question. An expectation you accepted. A role you stepped into. Because it was the right thing to do. And piece by piece, you adjust. You adapt. You become who the situation requires. Until one day, you realize something quietly. You've been carrying something. That doesn't fully feel like you. There's a moment where it becomes clear. Usually in silence. When nothing is distracting you. And the thought comes in. Quiet, but direct. If I'm honest. I don't think I chose this. And almost immediately, another voice responds. You've come this far. Just keep going. So you do. But this is where the exhaustion builds. Not from effort, but from misalignment. Because when something fits, it still takes energy. It still requires effort. But it doesn't drain you. In the same way. This does. And the reason it feels so heavy is because you're not just doing things. You're maintaining a version of yourself. That doesn't fully align anymore. That takes energy. Constantly. Take a slow breath for a moment. In, gently. And out, slowly. You don't need to change everything overnight. You don't need to walk away from your life. You don't need to force clarity. But you do need to notice. Where are you carrying something? That you never truly chose? A role. An expectation. A version of yourself. Not to judge it, not to fix it immediately. Just to see it. Because this is where your energy is going. And this is the shift most people never make. You don't get your energy back by resting more. You get it back by carrying less of what isn't yours. So today, just notice one thing. One place where something feels slightly off. And instead of ignoring it, just stay with it. A little longer than usual. Because clarity is the beginning of release. You're not just tired. You've been carrying a life that doesn't fully belong to you. And the moment you start seeing that clearly, is the moment. You begin to take your life back.